Welcome to a virtual tour of 3 different passive open houses here on the Central Coast of California. The first home was completed in 2012 and was both the first passive house for Carmel Building Design and one of the earliest certified passive houses in the state. Our second passive house was a remodel and also received certification. The third will be completed by the end of 2020 and recently survived a wildfire that leveled many of the nearby homes. In Carmel by the Sea, small parcels are the norm, and 1,600 square feet is the maximum size permitted on a single lot. This parcel included 2 mature and beautiful redwood trees, so even 1,600 was a challenge, but a challenge well met. When completed, the home was selected by Fine Home Building magazine as 2013's Best New Home of the Year. The owner's vision was for a contemporary farmhouse, and you will notice the sliding barn doors for privacy when preferred. Some minor tweaks were incorporated on the exterior to capture the close presence of the redwoods, and the open plan with the vaulted ceiling gives the interior a much more modern aesthetic and creates a space for relaxation and gatherings of friends or family. During construction, we employed advanced framing techniques in the framing of the walls, the corners, around windows, and other places. This application of advanced framing reduced the investment for labor and materials for framing by about 30%, and at the same time increased the insulation value of the exterior walls. Other solutions worthy of note: the solar heat gain coefficient of the large window on the south side of the main room was specifically tuned to take advantage of the winter sun. The range hood fan is synchronized with a floor-level vent behind the stove to provide filtered makeup air and maintain the balanced ventilation when meals are being prepared. We knew from the beginning of design that the home was intended to be a certified passive house, and early in the process we became aware that with some additional tracking and documentation we would be able to achieve LEED Platinum certification as well. So this house is both. This typical mid-century house offers proof that it is possible to have a high-performing home with little or no aesthetic compromise. The home is a certified passive house, also LEED Gold, and is unique in that it was a remodel. A portion of the original home was saved and upgraded to achieve the necessary requirements for airtightness and insulation value. Our third passive house is along the top of a mountain ridge on Sky Ranch Road, about 15 miles into Carmel Valley. Because of the distance from the Pacific Ocean, it will experience temperatures of over 100 degrees in the summer and well below freezing on winter mornings. Midway through construction, the owners, who are committed to passive house, allowed us to hold a week-long open house mid-construction to educate visitors about the benefits of high-performing homes. We invited building professionals, policymakers, and staff from local jurisdictions, leaders of sustainability groups, real estate professionals, and other interested parties from across our 3-county area. Over the course of the week, we had over 100 visitors who toured the home and learned about passive house construction at a dozen different stations that provided education on the building products, practices, and mechanical systems that enable the comfort, efficiency, healthy indoor air quality, and other benefits of passive house for both occupants and for the future of the planet. In addition to seeing things like advanced framing, airtight but vapor-permeable membranes, and high-performing windows, visitors were able to better understand the intelligence behind all-electric construction, heat pumps, and in particular the performance and environmental benefits of wood fiber insulation. Gutex, the wood fiber insulation that you're seeing here, is fabricated with wood waste from the sustainable lumber industry. As you know, trees sequester carbon their entire lives, and insulation made from wood fiber locks in that sequestered carbon for generations. It provides a negative carbon footprint and can dramatically reduce the environmental impact of new construction. Not only is it extremely effective at stopping the conduction of heat and dampening sound, when covered with stucco or other non-flammable cladding, it's nearly fireproof. A few months later, when wildfires burned through the area, we got dramatic proof that prioritizing performance makes a difference when this nearly complete home survived unscathed, even though many neighboring homes were destroyed. As excited as we are to have built 3 passive houses in 8 years, it's simply not fast enough. In addition to the need for unprecedented action on climate change, California is also in the midst of an ongoing housing crisis, and passive house multifamily construction addresses both. The week-long open house has helped bring awareness to developers and jurisdictions in our area and has both accelerated progress and opened new opportunities for passive house single and multifamily construction projects. A local military base is well along on the way toward incorporating all-electric passive house pilots as part of a larger reconstruction project. The developer, architect, local jurisdiction, and one of the contractors associated with a 120-unit affordable multifamily project in the design phase are leaning in toward passive house construction because of the associated efficiency, health benefits, and the positive impacts on both the environment and social equity. Another local jurisdiction added several high-performance building blocks consistent with passive house to an RFP for construction of affordable multifamily projects on 4 city-owned lots. In their responses to the RFP, at least 3 developers have opted to pursue the high-performance building blocks that could lead to passive house. It's early in the process, and we have a long way to go to achieve our goal of 1,000 passive house living units on our Central Coast by 2030, but we're getting traction and momentum is building. The word is getting out, and the question is transitioning from why would we build to passive house standards to why would we not?